So I grew up from I grew up in a broken family. My mom and dad were divorced whenever I was around 8 years old, 8 or 9 years old. So I was still relatively young. My sister and I lived with my mom for the vast majority of the time. We visited my dad a couple of times a week, every other weekend. We had regular visitation. Living with our mom most of the time, for us, it was just a matter of taking care of her and, working with her, her being a single mom, being a nurse, working overnight shifts just to be able to afford to raise us. And it, you know, for her, it was just a struggle in our normal everyday lives, in our normal weekly lives. We didn't go to church very often. Religion wasn't something that it was pounded on us that it was important verbally, but we never actually lived it. We'd go to church when it was convenient or when we felt as though we had to on the holidays. Um, I was raised Catholic. I was never really forced to go through the youth catechism program for confirmation. Again, that was just something that was, if I went, great. If I didn't, great. So it was never a huge thing for us. When we did go to church, we always seemed to show up late. I remember that, which makes sense knowing my mom. My mom's not in time for anything. And then we would leave right after communion. And growing up, church was never that important. Our religion was never important. Our faith was never pushed upon us. We never prayed for anything. It wasn't until honestly I met Sandy in college that faith even started to become important in my life. It was in college that I started to go to church more regularly. I actually went through our Catholic confirmation classes and became a confirmed Catholic at 20 something years old, right around the time that we got married, and really found some level of community in church. And it was really then, that's where I realized that I didn't have the church experience, the community experience, what church really provides in the lessons and the teachings, but more so in the community and the fellowship. So in college is where I really started to find that. Then unfortunately, as Sandy and I got married and we started having kids and we were in college, I had to work more. A lot of times I found myself working all the weekends while I was still in school. We had two little kids. I'm still in school, and I have to work the days that I'm not in school. So obviously that meant that I was working all day on Saturday and Sunday as well. So even at that point in time, church just kind of got put on the back burner. Religion got put on the back burner. Faith got put on the back burner. And we lived through every day, clinging through every hope that we had just to make it. As the kids grew up and we kind of settled down a little bit, we started to go to church more often. But again, we never really felt any sort of community, no attachment to church or religion. We knew that we were going to church, but we also knew that we wanted a lot more. We started looking around. We started just, trying to attend different churches, not necessarily for a specific religion. We were looking for community and involvement. We wanted something that we could dive into, something that we can get involved in. And we found that. We found that within the Methodist Church. I really started to cling to to the non-traditional, more modern expressions, right? And then all of a sudden, even then, there was a big shift. A lot of people left the church. We found ourselves without the community that we really kind of joined for. And at some point in time, I think I even that kind of fell out of favor once again. So here at Blackwater, we've become much more involved in the activities. I've thoroughly enjoyed teaching or coordinating the Financial Peace University classes here. That quickly became a passion of mine. It's something that I really enjoy doing that I didn't even know that I would enjoy 2 or 3 years ago. That was a completely new experience for me, and it gave us a community that we can rally around in cheering for others as they achieve financial success. It's something that it gave Sandy and I peace in our lives as we walk that journey every day as well. Though you question your faith right now, don't ever give up on it. God will always be in your heart and will pull you back. Faith has been a huge struggle for me. And I think I've got to work to have a greater faith life. And I'm glad to have found that here at Blackwater.